Now coming to Sikkim, the AICC, the All India Congress Committee, has noted with deep concern the sense of fear and mistrust amongst all Sikkimis with the recent developments that have led everyone to question whether there is a diabolical political agenda to dilute the protection of 371F. Our PCC chairman here, Gopal Chetri, all of you know him. He has been very vociferously bringing out all these issues in press conferences with you, starting from January 14th when the Supreme Court judgment came out, then the subsequent amendment by the Learned Court on 8th of February that thankfully removed that controversial portion, persons of foreign origin settled in Sikkim like Nepalis. Then the finance bill which was passed in March 24th by the BJP in the Lok Sabha without any discussion on the floor of the House. Throughout this process, Gopalji has been in touch with the leadership, the ICC leadership, has been apprising me, the General Secretary in charge of the state, up to the Congress President, with regards to the developments here, and we have been watching with growing concern this unrest and fear among the Sikkimese people. However, we've also got feedback from the people of Sikkim that they would like not just the state unit, that is Sikkim Congress, but also the national unit, that is AICC, to step in and give a national voice to this entire apprehension that all the people of Sikkim today face, irrespective of the background. For that end, I am here as National Secretary in charge of Sikkim to unequivocally declare that it is Mrs. Indira Gandhi, Srimati Indira Gandhi and the Congress party that ensure the protection of Sikkimis or Sikkim subjects under Article 371F and the continuation of the old laws of Sikkim at the time of the merger. Therefore, for the Congress party, there is an emotional bond with 371F in the same way that every Sikkimese feels an emotional bond with Article 371F. We will not allow any attempt to dilute or take away the safeguarding provisions of 371F. You see, it is not just with regards to 371F, it is the PV Narasimha Rao government that included Nepali along with Konkani and Manipuri in 1992 in the 8th schedule. It is the Manmohan Singh government in 2008 that in the debate regarding the income tax section 10 ensured that kept aside the definition of Sikkimese for the purpose of income tax exemption as per the spirit of Article 371 at that time. It is the Manmohan Singh government in 2013 when the debate on the Companies Act was on a question on the floor of the House where the Sikkim Rajya Sabha MP decided to keep in abeyance the definition in the Companies Act with regards to Sikkim for 5 years. So it has been Congress governments that have always shared an emotional bond with what Sikkim feels with regards to a special status as a state that came proudly as part of India with the merger. The Congress party will work with all other opposition political parties and sections of civil society to ensure that Article 371F remains undiluted. To that end, as a responsible national party in opposition in Sikkim, I commit that we will raise this issue in Parliament and in national media when necessary. I repeat, as a responsible national party in opposition in Sikkim, I commit that we will raise this issue in Parliament and in national media when necessary. This is a commitment to those in Sikkim who have been reaching out to us and saying that as a party we need to do more than beyond what the state unit has definitely been doing. I would like now point out that it is the ruling SKM's glaring mishandling of this situation that has led to this situation in the Supreme Court. If you go back to what Justice Nagaratna, when he was dictating the modification order on February 8th, he states that it is noted that it is in the said writ petition, there was an amended writ petition. Unfortunately, learned counsel for the writ petitioners did not bring to the notice of this court the substantial amendments brought. Who are the people who did not bring these substantial amendments that should have been brought in front of the court for them to have not probably made that made that sentence? It's the Advocate General for Sikkim, who basically represents the government of Sikkim, which essentially is the SKM backed by the BJP. So as much as the SKM and the BJP would love to go out there and tom-tom about it, the fact is that they are responsible for the situation that we find ourselves in today. This modification order, by the way, on February 8th, which removes that sentence that has obviously offended everybody Sikkimis, is due to the writ petition of people from civil society in Sikkim. It is not due to any action of the government of Sikkim. So the SKM trying to take any sort of mileage out of this and any type of law out of this is not going to work, because it is Sikkimese civil society that has saved itself, you could say. I totally therefore condemn the SKM's apathy towards the Atma of the Sikkimese people. It seems that holding on to power is the only thing that matters to them right now. I have also, after coming here, read with interest the Lok Sabha MP, Mr. Indra Subba's interview, where he attempts to put the blame on the opposition with regards to the March 24th finance bill being passed without debate. There is no debate happening in Parliament, not just with regards to finance bill, but for many other things. Due to the government not agreeing to a JPC committee. So the onus is on the government. And as a part of the NDA, as SKM is a part of the NDA, Mr. Subba is very much part of the same government. Now, if he had, I have also checked after reading Mr. Subba's statement where he said that he was helpless, that he couldn't do anything though he was attending Parliament. I went, the Lok Sabha website, the Rajya Sabha, the Parliament of India website actually has PRS India track, which tracks every MP's activity. I went on that and I checked that Mr. Subba has actually definitely participated in 12 debates and 31 questions have been asked by him. But there has been no question from him with regards to the income tax, exemption in the Finance Bill 2023. The last question that has been asked by Mr. Subba is on road connectivity to the donor ministry on the 13th of February, way before March 24th. The last debate that he has participated in is the motion of thanks in the President's address, which was also in February. There has been no attempt by him to ask a question after that. Parliament has convened in session up to April 6th. Has he even sent a letter to the finance minister? The fact that the finance bill is going to be introduced on March 24th would be well known to all parliamentarians. It would have been given to them by the Secretariat. Has he asked, prior to this happening, did he send a letter to the finance minister saying that, Madam Minister, please hold on. There is something very crucial here to my state that we need to discuss before you table it on the floor of the House. There is no such thing on record. So, honestly, while I did say before this that the Congress has the onus, Congress will raise the issue of Sikkim in Parliament, frankly speaking, it is the onus of the ruling party of the state to do so. It is the onus of the SKM to do so. It is the onus of the BJP as a partner of that ruling party by supporting the ruling party in Assembly as well as being the ruling party in Parliament to do so. The onus is not on us, but we will do it as a committed national opposition party committed to the people of Sikkim. You see, if I take a little step back, Sikkim is a part of the 8 states of Northeast. If I look at the political developments with regards to the BJP in the Northeast, it has taken a backdoor entry to every state practically of the Northeast by first piggybacking onto a regional party and then subsuming that regional party to grow its own strength. In Sikkim, the BJP and the SKM are playing a very nice game to fool the people of Sikkim. I hear the BJP state president, the Prabhari, issuing statements against the SKM, while at the same time they are the ones that are ensuring that the Chief Minister Gole is the one who is remaining in power. We all know what is the circle here. After they attack the Chief Minister will leave for Delhi, go to the BJP Central Command. Then he'll come back and get assurances from them and he's going to come back and tell his own cadre everything is well, all is fine. And in the meantime, he is unleashing his cadre. The SKM, the Chief Minister, all the leaders of the SKM, they're unleashing their cadre in political violence on any opposition event across the state, in any opposition rally, on any opposition program. And when I say the word opposition here, I'm actually using it very loosely in terms of not just political parties, but any interest groups, like for example, the Joint Action Committee. Sikkim is now in a state that people are, unlike before, afraid to participate in political programs and political rallies if it is not of the ruling party. It has come to that, it was not like that before. Therefore, every time that the BJP is condemning political violence, it is a farce and a hypocrisy at the highest level, because it is through their support to the SKM government that they are actually sponsoring it. I challenge the BJP state president and Prabhari, if you are serious about what you say, Why did you not withdraw support from the SKM government? You won't do so because you know very well that over the last few months, the public have identified that your party, the BJP, is the result, is the main cause of this unrest and anxiety with regards to our identity of the people of Sikkim. And you know that they will answer you when the election comes next year in 2024. I completely condemn the political violence that has gripped the state under SKM. I went to the JAC rally in Singtam on 8th, 3 days back. I arrived a little late and called up the organizers, who told me get out of the area immediately because of the violence. Gopalji went to the hospital after that, then he held a press conference condemning the incident. Our thoughts and prayers are with the JAC General Secretary Keshav Sapkota. We hope that he will completely recover soon. The Sikkim Legislative Assembly held a session yesterday, but honestly speaking, the people of Sikkim are losing confidence in the Legislative Assembly, considering that it consists basically of the SKM and BJP only as MLAs, and they are the originators of the present crisis. I also felt really sad and condemned the way the lone opposition MLA and veteran leader Sri Chamling was treated in Assembly. It is not the way that you practice democracy. In fact, this entire onus of going to Parliament and correcting all of this lies with them. I understand that the Chief Minister is issuing a lot of statements. Frankly speaking, the people of Sikkim, from what I see, from what the feedback that we get from the ground, the feedback that I'm talking from the other opposition parties and civil society groups, the people have lost confidence in everything that the CM is saying in Assembly, because what the SKM hoodlums are doing on the road, the goons who are attacking anybody in opposition, and what he is saying in Assembly, the tone and the tenor are completely different. It's almost like two people belong to the people of the cadre of the SKM and the Chief Minister belong to two different parties, the way they're going about it. As a responsible opposition party, we will support, of course, whatever it takes to uphold 371F. And that includes anything that the ruling party would put forward in terms of asking us in the opposition. I would also, at the end, like to point out that all of this is allowing the SKN government to conveniently make people forget that there is an abject lack of governance and a huge increase in corruption over the last 4 years. Roads, electricity, employment, Sikkimis are suffering at all levels. And we must bring back to the center of the political discourse, of the public discourse. And we can't allow the SKM and the BJP to get away with hoodwinking the people of Sikkim. The Congress party will stand with all like-minded opposition parties and civil society groups that understand the harm that the BJP and SKM and its divisive politics is causing to the state. We may not be large in terms of numbers, but we have a voice, and we will use that voice to bring the issues of Sikkim to the national stage. Thank you.
अरे 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 पाक 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 अरे मेरो भाग्य नै फुटेको
तर भाग्यलाई कहिल्यै जाच्नु भो के
कसरी
यसरी
नागालैंड स्टेट डियर बैसाखी बम्पर पहिलो पुरस्कार कुल 5 करोड ग्यारेन्टीड मतलब 2.5 करोडको 2वटा पुरस्कार अरु थुप्रै आकर्षक पुरस्कारहरु टिकट मूल्य 500 रुपैयाँ र 15 अप्रिल पहिलो पुरस्कार केवल बिक्री भएका टिकटहरुबाट डियर बैसाखी बम्पर